TV, great to have you with us for a Monday night, and we're finally talking all things basketball because round one is done and dusted. Steve-O at the desk with me, and we're talking Youthies. What a cracking opening round.
Yeah, that's right. Good to see some new faces.
Yes.
Not only new faces, but performing new faces. They've all obviously stepped up straight away. Round one was their oyster, and I'm sure season 2018 will be that way going forward.
And there was a lot to like about round one. There was a big double overtime game in Youth League 1 Women, I think it was. Anyway, I'll talk about that more about that in a moment. Now, just quickly, looking ahead, by the way, tomorrow night we're back here for seniors.
Yes.
Wednesday and Thursday night.
Exciting, isn't it?
We have got a real challenge this week. Stick with us. We'll tell you what it is very, very soon. Going to be a bit of fun. Youth League 2 Women. There's the results from the opening round up on screen for you. Southern Penn big winners over Sherbrooke. Blackburn over Werribee. Whittlesea went down to Casey. Western Port and Mornington haven't got a score though. Did they play?
Yeah, I believe they played.
Can someone just pick up the phone and send a carrier pigeon or something? There were carrier pigeons down there. Just send us a carrier pigeon so we can find out what's going on. Pakenham and Frankston. Pakenham exciting, home by 2. We'll talk about that in a moment. What took your eye? Let's start with Southern Penn and Sherbrooke. Gemma Simon there, the star, with 16 points. Yeah,
that's right, 16-5. 4 steals as well. It's interesting because I don't want to just signify Youth League 2 and just across the course of the competition. I think the metal and steel business will be in some pretty handy work this week because there's a lot of rust.
A lot of rust
throughout round one. Yeah. Considering you had a big pre-season, a lot of rust. But
you turned 25 during the week. You're not a dad yet, and that is probably one of the all-time worst dad jokes you could possibly cough up on this show, mate. That's a terrible one.
Brilliant. I'm glad I've joined the group.
Great. Gemma Simon, 16 points for Southern Penn. Sky Johnson had 11 and 12 for Sherbrooke. Blackburn and Werribee. Nicolina Sukarika.
Nice.
Did I pronounce that right?
Yep.
Nico had 14 and 7 for Blackburn. Jasmine Silcock had 12 points for Werribee. Casey Peter Rhodes, really good young player, been playing in the league for a while now. She had 19 points for Casey. Tessa Young had 16 and 10. How was Hayley Wind or Wind? What are you going to go with? Wind?
Hayley Wind.
Yeah, that'll do.
14 points and 21 rebounds. Liv Dalmau, did she come from Coburg?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I believe so. Yeah. She had 16 points in the loss too. Pakenham and Frankston, certainly the game.
One of our favourites.
Yeah.
Cootsie.
Correct.
Cootsie dominated.
I think it was about 16 seconds left on the clock too. She hit a pair of free throws to give Pakenham the win. It was tight.
Well, give us the line. Give us Cootsie's line.
18 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists.
How many steals?
9 steals if you don't mind.
She's a thief, Ali Coots.
And 4 blocks to go with that. It was a big stat line in Pakenham's 2-point win over the returning Blues.
She's a thief. Youth League 2 men, there's the results up on screen. Take us through it. There's a young guy that played on the weekend. They call him...
From Melton?
Yeah, BB.
Yeah, good.
Bowled back.
Big weekend, didn't he?
Huge weekend.
Started off in Melton's win over Latrobe City. He had 28 points and 7 rebounds.
Was just warming up, Steve.
Has a running buddy over there at the Thoroughbreds too, Fernando Rodriguez. 23 points, 10 dimes, 6 rebounds, 7 steals. And Melton had a big weekend.
He was unlucky not to make the blue carpet, by the way.
He didn't make it.
Fernando, I don't think he made it with that. It was a pretty hot contest on the weekend.
Yeah, big performance.
Didn't make it, but bowled back, BB. Keep an eye out for BB. Very good. Brad Watson had 26 and 9 for Latrobe. Chelsea defeated Western Port, as you saw there from the scores. Jesse Denholm had 18 points. Whittlesea and Maccabi, the young guns, the Warriors. Eden Tenenberg, 19 points. Maddie Addard had 18 for Whittlesea. Wallen and Kesey.
Yeah, it didn't start off on the best foot for the Panthers. Went down by 24. Cam Creasy had 12 and 14 double-double in the loss. Lewis Agon had 18 points.
Keep an eye out for him.
And 10 rebounds as well.
Keep an eye out for him. Big fella. Collingwood defeated Mornington. Athian Manuel just picked up where he left off, to be honest with you. 22, 5 and 5. Dean Dutt, 15 points. They're exciting.
Those two guys certainly names to keep an eye on, both in youth and senior competitions. They'll feature heavily in the senior show as well.
Eddie, the Eagles' cousin, had 17 points and 7 rebounds for Mornington. That's Eddie Swan, of course. Kesey and Melton, hard-fought game on the road. Thoroughbreds, good weekend. They got up by 2 at Kesey. Bowl back. There he is.
Bowl back. 33 points and 7 rebounds. That's a big weekend.
He doesn't need anyone scratching his back, mate. He does it all himself. Maccabi 74 defeated Craigieburn 72. Eden Tennenberg again for Maccabi, good with 20 points. Jackson Wynn had 15 for Craigieburn, so Maccabi get a couple of wins on the weekend. Frankston, great to see them back. Tommy Garrett had 14 points. They got up over Pakenham by 8. Aaron Miles with 22 for Pakenham. And finally, Western Port home over Wallen.
Yeah, and I was impressed with Ben Perry too. 28 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists and 4 steals in the win.
Let's go to Youth League 1 Women. There's the results up on screen for you. And the big one was the one that opened the season in Youth League 1 Women. Went into double OT, and it was a triple header down at GSAC McKinnon on Saturday night. The senior men officially got underway at 11:15 p.m. Such was the lateness of this first game.
Well, it was good then. That's the unfortunate few that were still in attendance. Those had to play in the state championship men's game, had to play in the morning. But Emma Crease, 34 points, I should say, matched with Tegan Tatlock's 30 points and 5 rebounds. Certainly a matchup that was worth viewing for an extra 10 minutes.
Now, I don't think, is it Talia? I don't think Talia Tatlock's playing this season, but Tegan's still there, Tatters. And I think Minnie Tatters is there. Is that her name, Minnie Tatlock? I think it is Minnie Tatlock.
Well, I'm not too sure, but
starts with M. We'll go with Minnie.
I did happen to see a third Tatlock.
No, it starts with M, so we'll go with Minnie. Emma Creek's very good, as you said, first up. Sunbury and Chelsea. Sunbury, huge win, and Angers got the job done. Even team performance.
Well, that's right. Shared the minutes around in round 1. Chloe Ango, 13 points, 9 rebounds. Abby McNamara had 10 for the Gulls.
Danger signs there for the Gulls.
Oh, Sunbury, pretty strong team, but Chelsea was certainly...
Camberwell and Geelong. Geelong get it on the road. Amy Troy had 16 in that one. Well done to her. Eltham and Keilor. Keilor on the road. Amelia Velado, 13 points. And Corio and Craigieburn went at it on Sunday. Remember they played double OT on Saturday night, but Tatters came out and inflicted some damage on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. No sort of bad backup here. Tegan Tatlock, 29 points, 10 rebounds. Carly Villerman had 14 and 15, 2 in the win.
Let's go to Youth League 1 men. The results from round 1. We'll start with Warrandyte over Hume. Jared Molnar, 21 and 10. Great start for him for the Venom. Yep, they get up over Hume. Nice little win there. Coburg and Corio. Corio just from where they were last season.
Yeah, that's right. Strong last season. Kicked off on the right foot, and expect them to be at the pointy end of the ladder again in 2018, I'd say.
They found plenty of scorers. Cohen Blythe had 16. Aaron Ruiz, 14 points and 15 rebounds. Damian Watson had 10 and 15 for Coburg. Casey and Campbell was a good game.
Yeah, that's right. Luke Beard, 20 points, 9 of 12 from the field. I spoke about Rust. He didn't have it. 9 of 12. Oyidi Amum. He's a player I want to watch for the duration of the season. Had 15 points, 11 rebound, double-double on debut. Certainly one to keep an eye on.
Tommy Moncrief had 12 points for Camberwell. It's a new looking Camberwell, by the way. Some of the regulars
not there anymore.
Tommy Clifford, Ghoulies, not there anymore. Justin Boyd coaching the Dragons. I saw that as well. Yeah, JB. Ballarat and Bendigo, no love lost.
No, it was a 10-point win to the home side too. Ross Waitman had 23 points. Tristan Fisher chipped in with 18. That was enough to defeat the Braves.
Jake Wilcox had 24 for Bendigo. Werribee and Geelong. Werribee get up. Nathan Malloy had 21, 8 and 5 assists. Werribee and Warrandyte. Now remember, Warrandyte won on Saturday night. Travelled to Werribee. I think Werribee's going to be a tough place to win a game of basketball this season. Well,
they were just as strong last year as well, weren't they? Daniel Herbert led the way with 22 points and 6 dimes. Jared Molnar, you mentioned him before.
How was his weekend?
Strong weekend. Backed it up with 29 points, 9 rebounds and 4 steals.
And dreadfully unlucky, he was probably next Cabana off the taxi rank for blue carpet this week. It was a tough weekend to make the blue carpet. He was next Cabana. Hume City went down to Sunbury. Good win on the road by Sunbury. Waze Hassan had 13. Ivan Lonkarich. What are you going to go with?
I'd go with the
I'm going with Ivan. I had 21, 7 and 3 assists. Let's go to VYC Women with thanks to Molten. Get us underway, Steve-o.
Well, Nutter Wadding went down to Diamond Valley. The Eagles flying high in pre-season. They're pretty confident about themselves. Amelia Smith, 10 points, 10 rebounds, double-double. But it was a team effort that led the Eagles to defeat what is usually a strong Nutter Wadding side.
One of the lines of the weekend, Melbourne over Dandenong. 2 fierce foes go up against each other. Melbourne got up. Zoe Kransberg, 15 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Now, if you think she just missed a triple-double, Well, she didn't, because she also had 10 steals. That is an amazing game.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's only a handful of times that you see a line like that, so hats off to Zoe there.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at Bulleen and Knox. Knox get up by 5 on the road. Liv Frost had 29 and 13 for Bulleen, by the way. Good start to the season for her. Eliana Bravington, 16 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks. Megan Hedge had 21 for Knox. Ballarat and Bendigo, as always, delivered an absolute ripper.
Well, they reversed the result from the men's side. Bendigo actually got up on the road by 3 points. Danny O'Toole, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Shana Appleby chimed in with 16 and 8 on the road.
Warrandyte up into the competition, and a tough weekend first up. Went down by 26 at Kilsyth. Taylor Black, 25 and 10, 5 steals for Kilsyth. Michaela Kewen had 15 and 7 for Warrandyte. Ringwood on the road, too good for Waverley. Anika Hodgson at Waverley had 12 points. Annabelle Dearborn had 16 points. Rachel Watson, the board banger, just does not disappoint, does she?
Started off pretty well, didn't she? 19 rebounds in round 1.
Board bangers back. Warrandyte, as we said, tough start to life in VYC. Went down to Sandringham on Sunday by 13. Michaela Kewen good again, 17 and 18. So she had a good weekend. Dandenong had a couple of losses.
Yeah, couldn't get it done over Waverley, who I believe bounced back yet because they went down to Ringwood the night prior. Nyaduth Lock, 24 points, nice. 8 rebounds for the Falcons.
Yep, nice. Had a really good game. Hawthorn over Bulleen, smashing win by Hawthorn. So Bulleen with a couple of losses to open the season. I reckon Hawthorn have just fired a bit of a warning shot here. Just keep an eye.
Okay.
Just keep an eye on Hawthorn this season. Bella Nevin Brown, 21, 7 and 3. Liv Frost did her best for Bulleen again. Hume went down to Kilsyth. Good start to the season for the Cobras. Taylor Black doing it all again with 15 points. And finally, Bendigo get a couple on the weekend, both on the road. Travelled to Altona on Sunday, won by 13. Danielle O'Toole, 17 points, 12 rebounds and 6 steals, Steve-O.
A couple of key wins for Bendigo there, especially on the road.
Let's finish it all off for a Monday night with VYC men with thanks to Moulton. There's the scores up on the screen, and Hawthorn, cracking start over Keilor, OT.
Yeah, that's right. Hawthorn had a pretty big weekend, actually. The first one you mentioned, OT. Xavier Evans, 23 points and 6 rebounds. Lockie Viney had 15. BJ Simons played the Youth League game for Keilor, had 20 points and 6 rebounds in the defeat.
Be interesting to see if they bring him up into the seniors, playing in state champion now. But keep an eye on that. He's a great young talent. Knox went down to Eltham. Eltham by 2. Exciting game. Bryson Norris had 20 points. Corey Fittis had 24 for the Raiders. McKinnon against Ringwood. A bit of a scrappy game. Ringwood get it. Matt Hickey with 16 and 8. Payenberg had 13 points for McKinnon. Nunna over DV.
Yes, good win by Nunawading. Actually, Jalen Barker had a good weekend for the Spectres. 17 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists in the opener.
Everything Nunawading get early in the season is good because they usually get some very handy plays back about mid-season, don't they?
Absolutely.
Melbourne went down to Dandenong. Always a great contest. Dandenong too good though, home by 26. Mitch Barry had 18 for the winners. Dan Kinkella had 14 and 9 for Melbourne. Kilsyth and Blackburn, Cobras get up.
Yeah, that's right.
Familiar name.
Got their ring ceremony prior to the game too, so it was certainly a successful night.
Familiar name leading the way.
Jordan Adnam, 27 points, 8 rebounds, as was Mitch Dillerman's 23 points, 6 rebounds in the win.
Of course, Geordie's brother, former Big V superstar, running around at the moment for Melbourne United.
I think Geordie probably current Big V superstar, future Big V superstar potentially.
It might be a future NBL star.
There you go.
Let's move right along. Ringwood and Nunawading. So good start to the season for Ringwood. Get up by 3. Matt Hickey 17 and 7 in that one. Bulleen went down to Hawthorn by 2. Great start to the season by Hawthorn, getting 2 very, very narrow wins.
It was interesting with this game. I'm not 100% sure, but they may have played in the dark. Power outage.
Right, on a Sunday afternoon.
It was a little bit dark, but certainly Hawthorn capped off a big weekend, defeating Keilor, then Bulleen on the road. Xavier Evans, 18 points. Joe Furphy, 10 points, 14 rebounds.
What a name, Furphy, hey?
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, no, he's the brewer. So out at East Donny, that would have been it?
Yeah, correct.
Because those lights are dark at the best of times.
Yeah, so we had...
It's not a well-lit stadium.
They had the skylights in full effect.
Wow, there you go.
I believe.
Blackburn and Sandringham. Sandringham got up on the road. pretty good effort. Cam Taylor had 19 points, Zach Pantelis 18. They shared it around nicely there. Dandenong over Sherbrooke by 30. Ryan Rapp had 19. Tyler Robertson 15, 10. 5 assists, 5 steals, very good. And finally, McKinnon bounced back on Sunday.
Yeah, Dandenong certainly the team that had the biggest win, probably out of round 1. And I think just a minor concern for Blackburn coming out of that with a couple of losses, but 2 handy opponents nonetheless.
And McKinnon on Sunday travelled to Altona. Good win over there. Joel Becker, JB had 20. Luke Painberg, good weekend, 18 and 7. They get the job done over the Gators. Jeremy Edwards had 26 for the home team. So there we go, round 1 done in all the youthies. Tomorrow night we're back here. Craig Freeman will join me. We'll look at the senior competition. Wednesday and Thursday, what are we up to?
I was going to say just quickly, Wednesday and Thursday.
Bit of fantasy?
2018, that's right, bit of fantasy. The like 3 of us will be picking men and women. Women on Wednesday, men on Thursday. Our complete 2018 fantasy team.
So we're allowed to pick 10 players in each team?
10 players,
men and
maximum
women.
Of 2 imports, just like any other state championship men or women's team.
And we're chasing fantasy stats, are we?
Yeah, we are.
So last week, I think last Thursday, we did the Gone But Not Forgotten. Massive response to that. People threw up some suggestions, which was nice. No doubt come Wednesday and Thursday this week, we're going to have a lot of people buying into who they would have in their fantasy team.
It'll get really interesting because there's a lot of players on the fringe, well at least for me picking my teams, a lot of players on the fringe that were just missed out.
Steve-O started picking his list last November, so there you go, that's how hard it is. So that's coming up this week. Stick with us. We'll be back tomorrow night to talk seniors right here on Big V TV. See you then.